Let's just see what type of garbage Chantal has for us happening today.
Just exactly. For me, it's like you cannot survive being super morbidly obese here. So I've been struggling because honestly, it's really hard. It's really hard, and just the heat alone, like if you're like really big, and just movement. So, but I was like surprised that just in a little bit of time, I'm able to move more. You know,
You are not able to move more. You have to move more. What did you think going there was going to be like? You hated the heat in Kuwait. What made you think going to a country that is war torn, where you may or may not have electricity, you may have a fan that works, you aren't going to have AC? You literally left Canada, where you complained about needing AC, to come to someplace hotter and decide that it would be a great idea to go there. You always say that it's not what Western media wants you to see. You could go on social media. If you believe Western media is lying to you, go on social media. You will see people. Search for where you're going. A 5-second search of Syria would have told you that this is probably not the place for you for many reasons. One, when you panic and have a breakdown, how are you going to get out? You had a hard enough time getting in. How many times do you go somewhere and then choose to run away because you just think that it's not working? I don't know what you thought this was going to be. And then, coming as an obese person, I wouldn't go there, not because aren't places there that I want to see because they're beautiful. And even in war, there is beauty, especially with the people of the area and them rebuilding. But I need AC. I can go for a little bit. I grew up mostly without AC. It had to be pretty super hot and humid for us to turn on any AC in my home. Then it was usually just at night, and we brought all the mattresses for the house into one bedroom and turned on one wall AC. So I spent a lot of time not having AC. I went through a drought summer with only turning on AC twice. I probably have a better ability to be there than you do, and I wouldn't go. There's no way. It is entirely too warm for someone with extra layers of fat on us. It's not going to work, Chantal. I don't understand what makes you think that you can do all these things when you can't. It's you, it's Amber, it's other people. You're going there acting like it's some crash diet you're going to go on. And going to a war torn area is not a diet plan. There are starving people there. People who don't know if they're gonna eat again. And here you are, flashing money. "Oh, here you go. Let's just see what's going on. Let's travel around so we can get the AC on in the car. Let's flash money here or there." And then you say things like, "They give us extra food when we're there." Chantal, they want you to keep coming back to spend your money. How do you know that flashing your cash is not going to cause an issue for someone? Hell, you don't even know if Sala is telling someone in a language you don't speak that you're full of money. And that's why he let you come. You don't know this. I don't know that. But I also, 3 years in, I would speak some of the language at the very least, like 3 words, and they all have to do with food. That's all you care to learn about is food. And it's not even learning, it's how much can I use? How much from this is it going to benefit me? And I think you found the situation right now that isn't going to benefit you. Let's see what other kind of garbage she's got going on. I thought that it might be a good idea instead of raw dogging Chantal the whole time. I thought that we could check in with Mr. Snowflake too and see what he has to say about Foodie Beauty's health update. Let's see what's going on.
Hi, everybody. Foodie Beauty has uploaded. I was going to say Mop Legs has uploaded. Mop Legs doesn't upload anymore. She used to be a YouTuber. Not anymore. Hopefully this works, because I did just spill coffee over wires. So it seems to be working, but I don't know. Right. Okay, here we go. Foodie Beauty has uploaded, yes. Shocking health updates. The shocking health update would be that she's healthy. Just did a video about Syria being bombed near where she is. She's a moron, so let's see what moronic thing she does here. Shocking health updates. I don't know her as well as Amber. I know she's got diabetes. I know her foot's knackered. What else is wrong with her? Probably a lot. Probably a lot. Right.
There is so much wrong with her. I don't even know what to say. She's a mess and a half. She had those swollen. If she wasn't in a war-torn country, I would have said she needed to go to the ER because her feet were swollen, and it was probably from her flights and then walking, and who knows if she had to do a bunch of stairs to get to this apartment. If my foot looked like that, I would be at the emergency room at a doctor's office. That's not a good thing. Do my feet get swollen? Sure. If I've walked all day, especially like if you're out somewhere like an amusement park or something and you are walking on concrete all day and your body's just totally exhausted. Has it ever happened to me? Sure. But if my foot looked like that, I would be concerned that I wasn't getting enough blood to my foot. And I would be seeking medical attention. I don't even know what type of medical attention she would get there. I don't know if the hospitals are up and running. Well, they're probably up and running, but do they have supplies? Can they take care of her? She doesn't think about anything before she does it. She even said Sala told her not to come. Well, she didn't say, he said it. Don't come. And then she repeated, yes, he said, don't come. Then why are you coming? Why are you there? That doesn't make any sense. Why are you going against your loving husband and what he told you to do? It is so hard for you to listen to someone else's opinion. Take it in, use some discernment, and decide what to do in a way that doesn't screw you over. Why are you so intent on screwing yourself over? It doesn't make any damn sense. You honestly, how do I put this in the nicest way possible? You going there puts Sala at risk. If the area that you are in is bombed, he is probably like, if it's closer to you, he is probably going to feel responsibility for his wife, whether it's just in name on the internet or you were married or you were spiritually married. It doesn't matter. We're going to use the word wife. Most people would feel like they are obligated to help you. In an emergency, Chantal, you would slow him down. Why would you do that on purpose? Why would you come to an area that he has told you not to come to? Why would you disobey your husband? Even though I'm not, you can't see me, I air quoted that. But even though that's not something that I would go along with, if you are trying to be this little like trad wife, why would you disobey him? Why would you go? Why would you put him at risk? Why would you put others at risk if you're coming downstairs in an emergency and these people are all stuck behind you? Or then they feel an obligation to help you. Why would you take yourself from a relatively safe situation into a situation where your husband told you not to go, not to come? You caused enough issues for him in Kuwait. Now you're going to cause issues for him in Syria. You are flashing money, even if it's not physically flashing, continuously eating out, continuously shopping, continuously getting gas and taking these long ass car rides for the air conditioning. When you do that, getting the extra solar power, you are flashing money to people who have been, some of them have spent their entire lives. Maybe some haven't, but most of them have spent their entire lives fighting everything that they had. And you want to go flash your stuff. Flash like it's not any problem. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to flash this and that. I'm going to buy this and buy that. I'm going to have extra food to throw away because I'm not going to eat what I get at the grocery store anyway, because I'm going to send my husband out to go get something. because I can't be bothered to cook the food I got. So then I'm going to throw it away. And then when you toss it out, people are going to see that you're just tossing out. You have money to burn. But you don't have that type of money to burn anymore, Chantal. You have to leave the country to get access to money that you have. What is wrong with you? Why can't you see past what your little arms can touch? You don't care about anything outside of that. You don't care about how Smee feels. Poor Smee is sitting in Canada watching the news, which you say the Western news is all wrong. You can see from people what is happening online. But it's whatever Chantal wants, right? Chantal's going to get it. It doesn't matter how much you hurt other people in the process. Chantal wants what Chantal wants, and she's going to get it. If other people are hurt or other people, I don't even know what to say to her anymore. It's just so ridiculous. Well, let's see what else we can find on Chantal. Okay, let's take a little peek at what is happening at the supermarket in Syria. Not that it truly matters, because we all know that she's going to get rid of most of the stuff that she eats. She just wants to flash that she can do it. So let's see what's happening.
Tamarind is very popular here, so they sell some tamarind. Just showing you some of the products. We have some tomato paste. And here I am, Salah's filming me, looking at the pickles and the various sauces here. It's interesting to see what kind of ketchups different countries have, and this is a Dura brand of ketchup. And
What do you mean that you like to see? What type of ketchup people have? Oh, sugar. Ketchup can be a quick fix with her sugar. She can add ketchup to whatever she wants, and it's going to give her a sugar kick. That makes sense. What doesn't make sense is we don't see her pick up ketchup, but that doesn't mean that she didn't pick it up. It just means she didn't show us that she picked it up. Let's see what else we got.
mayo and mustard, and they had barbecue sauce, and they had all the comfort condiments you would find in any country, really.
Comfort condiments? I just can't with you sometimes. But if the power keeps going out, if you only have a certain amount of power, why would you buy condiments of that size? Maybe mini ones, so that if they go bad, they go bad. But unless you're throwing a party there, I don't know that I would be wanting to get all those condiments unless we're going to use it all at the same time. Because where are you going to put them if you're only getting, what is that, 4 hours? Because you get an hour at one point, and then an hour 12 hours later from that point, and then an hour at a different point in 12 hours. Yeah. So 4 minus whatever you can get out of your solar. But girl, you need that solar for your CPAP. I wouldn't be wasting that battery on streaming, or other things. You need it for that CPAP, girl. Girl, you in trouble. Don't be skipping the CPAP.
Here it says legumes, but this looks like bulgur wheat to me. I'm not really sure what it is. But yeah, it's they have grains and beans and all kinds of grocery items here in this little supermarket. And they have a lot of these little, privately owned little supermarkets everywhere, just spotted throughout the different cities. And here's the peanut.
First, in little cities, I would expect like little mom and pop type of grocery stores. But Syria's been in trouble for a long time. Did you expect to go and like find a Walmart there, Chantal? I mean, come on. Of course they're mom and pops and they get what they can get. They probably stock whatever they can get reasonably priced. And they're probably making a smaller amount than even like mom and pops over here do. I don't know, something about it just rubs me. The way she talks about the supermarket, like, what did you expect to see? A 24-hour Walmart in the middle of Syria? Oh, yeah, there was a bombing over here. Let's go to the 24-hour Walmart. Girl, I don't understand you sometimes. No, I don't understand you at all most of the time. But I try to understand you.
Peanut butter. I found it was an interesting packaging. It looks like an ice cream container of peanut butter, but peanut butter is not really my favorite. I get in the mood for.
It looks like it's an ice cream container. It is not ice cream, Chantal. It is peanut butter. And honestly, I don't care if it's not your favorite. You would probably be smart to get some peanut butter, not necessarily for the sugar part, but for to give you something that's going to help sustain you from a nutrient standpoint. Not something that's going to shoot up your blood sugar really high, crash it really low, and then you're going to be stuck. But I mean, you must have went to the same school that Dr. Lin went to.
For it once in a while, but overall, it's not something that I usually reach for in a grocery store. So, yeah. Cheddar cheese? Here's the cheese section. This is like a popular Syrian cheese. I love it. It's very salty, very good.
There's here also.
Oh, yeah? And we have more cheeses here. Labnehs, butters, cheeses.
All that cheese is Chantal's dream. But how many times did she end up in the ER for eating too much cheese? I know once, maybe, I want to say maybe twice, but at least once because of eating too much cheese. And she's in an area where she's eating differently. You can't tell me if the power went out and didn't kick back on, this woman wouldn't go to the refrigerator and take all the cheese and be like, oops, I got to eat it now. Eat it all at once, block herself up, and then be in an emergency situation. This girl is so ridiculous sometimes, all the time, most of the time. She's just ridiculous.
They have a new style of Diet Pepsi. Yeah.
Finally, we found Diet Pepsi here.
Yeah.
Want more?
Yes. Well, they're loading up the groceries. Very hot. No AC in any stores, but That's normal here. Some probably do. A lot of the little stores here don't, but they had fans, and I filmed what I could because it's very small, and a lot of people were talking to us and helping us. Very interested that I'm from Canada, so yeah, they don't.
The only interest they have it for you being from Canada is they probably don't understand why you willingly came here at this particular time. I know you say all these vloggers are coming. People that I've seen came in the same way you did. They weren't like flying in somewhere. They came in the border the same way you did. They recorded, they had escorts to help them, and then they left. It wasn't some touristy thing like you're making it. And to be completely honest, Chantal, excuse me, they're probably less interested in you coming from Canada than they are you. They wanted to see who this person was. They wanted to see, while their families can barely make it, who is this person who's obviously eaten themselves to this situation. Even if you had medical conditions that helped you along, you didn't do what needed to be done to help slow that down. You just eat and eat and eat. Just like you said when you were crying about the other one. All you had to do was fake love me. No, fake loving you, really loving you, isn't going to do anything for you. Because what you're doing is filling yourself with food. And even if someone loves you, you're chasing that next high. Whether it's from food, whether it's from a guy, whether it's from the risk of what you're doing, you are chasing that high. And while you're chasing that high, you are wreaking havoc on people who love you that you can't see love you. Me, your sister, probably even the siblings that you don't have relationships with. Everyone is watching you basically kill yourself. And all they can do is watch it on YouTube. Not because they want that to happen, but because they don't know what else to do with you. They can't force you to see the truth. They can't make you understand. And girl, how the hell are these people loading up your groceries and you're sitting in there with the air conditioning blasting on you? Help people. Even if they don't want help, take something. No, you're probably sitting there drinking one of your diet Pepsis because you probably took way more than two. Because heaven forbid that you survive on water. You didn't even have the common sense to take something to add to water to give you extra electrolytes when you were so hot in Kuwait and you were having problems and you knew you were coming somewhere without air conditioning. You don't even have the common sense that you were born with, girl. Okay, I need to stop for today because I'm just going to keep going on tangents and I can't even get through one video or even portions of one video. And I've already gone long enough. So I'm going to come back to her. I think. Maybe, hopefully. We'll see. I will see you next time. Bye.